Guys? I'm Christian. That's Alex, and we're coming off of a very solid weekend. Solid card headlined by Subriel Matias versus Jeremias Ponce, and as well, you had Elvis Rodríguez on the undercard up against Joseph Adorno, and both of these fights were relatively solid in my eyes, especially the headliner. And to get started though, with Elvis Rodríguez versus Adorno, like I said, solid fight overall. When it comes to Elvis, oh, by the way, Elvis Rodriguez won by majority decision. To be honest, it was a competitive fight for sure in my eyes. I don't think it should have. I don't think a judge should have had it as a draw. I didn't see that being that close. I didn't. Don't want to say Elvis dominated, but I do think he was the clear. He had the clear advantage in the fight. And I'm gonna be honest, giving him the credit for the win. I still wasn't relatively impressed. Yeah, he was good with what he does with his power and I guess using his physical advantages over Adorno, but still seemed kind of one dimensional to me, to be honest.
Yeah, and Rodriguez just seemed a little hesitant in that first round, to be honest. I really not really sure why, but I know Adorno has some good power, but I really expected Rodriguez just to come out really and just show a little different of what he's used to, just be a little more aggressive in that first round. That's what I wanted to see, but I mean, he turned it on in the second half of the fight, and that's really all that mattered. The scorecards were a little weird. 97, 91 is about right, but I mean the 94, I don't see how how a judge could have seen this as a draw, to be honest.
Yeah, and you saw Joseph Adorno. He was saying that the refs are wild for even seeing it in Elvis's favor. I disagree with that, but I thought he put up a good fight. So I
Definitely.
definitely, I guess, be proud of your performance in that sense. But nah, it wasn't a robbery. I think the right man won for sure. But yeah, solid fight overall. And as far as what's next for Elvis, before I even discuss an opponent, I want to say what's next for him is improving his game still. Now, that's the first and foremost thing I think. And Freddie Roach, they need to get something cooking up for him because as of right now, I think Elvis has a lot of things that could be taken advantage of by elite fighters.
Yeah, I definitely would like to see a little more stuff from Elvis. Don't want to see him be one dimensional the entire time because he's not going to move too far up in the rankings if he's going to continue the same way. And I don't want to see him like that. But hopefully he'll change some things up and he can not be one dimensional anymore. Would love to see him fight maybe a couple more times this year, which we'll probably see him at least one more time. But to move on to the main event, which was an absolute slugfest, honestly. Lived up to all the hype, to be honest, and I'm really happy with the outcome. Subriel Matias defeated Jeremias Ponce in the fifth round. He knocked him down towards the end of the fifth round and didn't come back out after the fifth or when the sixth started. The corner did not want him to come out, which I honestly can see why. He was getting beat up. He was taking a lot of body shots. He was taking a lot of head shots. And they just wanted to protect him from his health. So I see why they did it. But I was just really, really impressed with Matthias, honestly, after the first round or two.
Yeah, to be honest, once Matthias got things going, it was kind of destruction from that point. Ponce didn't really stand a chance, and uh, definitely my expectations for this fight, the opposite came true. And I'll admit, I think it was from a not really knowing these fighters too much type of thing. But Matthias is on my map now. He's a world champion now. That's a huge accomplishment for him. And my thing is, he's in a really deep weight class, and I feel like he's got a lot of options next because he's good. He's not the most well known name, so I think there's going to be a lot of guys gunning for him, and that's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, not to stray too far from the fight. Once he got things going, like I said, Ponce he didn't stand a chance.
And Ponce came out guns blazing in that first round. I
Hmm.
mean, he threw I want to say it was close to 100 punches in that first round alone. And Matthias hardly threw anything, honestly. It was kind of weird because Matthias is usually pretty aggressive, but Ponce just wanted to come out there and I think he wanted to end it in the first round. He did get him a few times, honestly, but Matthias kind of ate them.
Yeah, Matthias definitely ate those shots from Ponce, and to be honest with you, overall, I was just really impressed by Matthias. Like you said, a little bit of a slow start, but I I think he definitely showed some great qualities that which kind of keep him hanging with some solid to maybe some elite level fighters. I don't want to throw out some too crazy names, but I think he's got a lot of options now. Like there's guys like Tiafimo's in the weight class now. I know he's got something lined up already, but I'm sure he wants to recapture a title. And maybe if he could go down that avenue, that'd be something for Matthias. And outside of that, there's just plenty of other fighters. I think I saw something about Regis Prograis. I think I saw something about that. That'd be interesting just because Regis he's a beast. And uh yeah, I would love to see him get back into like the top level mix, even though he kind of already is, but just to be like one of those highlight names in that weight class.
Yeah, and that kind of goes. We actually had a comment in our video from this last week asking us about if we think Matthias is ready for rigorous progress yet. And I can probably say for both of us that, and Christian actually just said it, but he's not ready for him yet, I don't think. I think he needs another fight or two.
Yeah, yeah. Regis, like with the experience that he has, and on top of the skill set that he carries, it's yeah. Honestly, and he kind of has the advantage in the power department as well. Even though Matthias, we just saw what he did. So yeah, I think polishing up a little bit more would be ideal before going into that fight. But that's a big fight in general.
Yeah, that's a big fight and a fight I would honestly be looking forward to. Maybe it would happen in a year or two or something because I think he's not ready for it yet, and I think Progress has a couple other fights that may be lined up for him.
Yeah, but regardless, not to get too ahead, I just want to give Matthias credit. This was a huge victory for him, and same thing with Elvis. I think Elvis getting back on track slowly but surely. Definitely want to see more, but I'm just excited to see what's in store next for these guys, though.
Yeah, and if y'all want, let us know down in the comments where you want to see these guys go next. We'd love to hear what y'all think. But until then, peace.
Peace.